Sophia, Christine is not feeling well and needs to go to the Maldives for recuperation. I'll accompany her for a few days. Jason dragged his suitcase without looking back. What about our engagement banquet? I asked. You can handle it alone, it's just a formality anyway. 10 minutes after he left, I received a call from the lawyer. Miss Sophia, the inheritance procedures for the trillion yuan assets left to you by your grandfather have been completed, and the funds will be available tomorrow. Looking at the intimate photos of Jason and Christine in the Maldives on my phone, I smiled. Tomorrow's engagement banquet will surely be spectacular. The engagement banquet was set at the most luxurious royal court hotel in the city center. I stood alone in the dressing room, looking at myself in the white gown in the mirror, recalling the heartbeat I felt when I first met Jason 3 years ago. Back then, he was sunny and handsome, attentive to me in every way, and I thought I had found true love. Unexpectedly, he just treated me as a backup. The makeup artist carefully touched up my makeup. Miss Sophia, you look a bit weary today. It's fine, probably just too nervous. I forced a smile. Nervous? I was indeed nervous, but not because of the engagement, but because today Jason and his ex-girlfriend Christine were returning to the country. Last night, Jason messaged me on Facebook saying that Christine's condition had suddenly worsened, requiring immediate return for treatment, and he would accompany her to the hospital, possibly arriving late. What a grandiose excuse. But I had known for a long time that Christine wasn't sick at all, she just wanted to enjoy one last private time with Jason before our engagement. And Jason willingly cooperated with her performance. Miss Sophia, the guests have almost all arrived. Are you ready? The wedding planner knocked and entered. I nodded and took a deep breath. Today would indeed be an unforgettable day, but not because of the engagement, but because I wanted to show everyone what a status gap truly means. Stepping out of the dressing room, the guests' discussions reached my ears. Jason is really lucky to marry such a beautiful girl like Sophia. What's the use of beauty? Sophia's family is ordinary, she's not worthy of the Jiang family. Exactly, I heard her parents are just ordinary workers. If not for her looks, how could Jason fancy her? Jason's mother doesn't even like this daughter-in-law much, the engagement ring budget was only 50,000 yuan. I listened to these discussions expressionlessly, but sneered inwardly. Yes, in everyone's eyes, I, Sophia, was just a Cinderella who relied on her looks, unworthy of the Jiang family's young master. Even Jason's mother, Monica, had never looked at me properly. Every time we met, she would appraise me with that superior gaze, as if I were some inferior goods. Sophia. A gentle voice called me. I turned back and saw Jason's cousin Lydia approaching. Among all the Jiang family relatives, only Lydia was somewhat friendly to me. Sister Lydia. I greeted her with a smile. Jason hasn't arrived yet? Lydia checked her watch, it's about to start. He said Christine is unwell and he's accompanying her to the hospital, might be a bit late. I repeated Jason's excuse. Lydia frowned. Christine? Didn't she go abroad? Why is she back? Said she got sick and needs treatment back home. My voice was calm, as if discussing something unrelated to me. Lydia's expression became complicated. Sophia, are you okay? I knew what Lydia was worried about. Christine was Jason's ex-girlfriend, they dated for 5 years with deep feelings. Later, Christine's family faced changes, heavily in debt, and she initiated the breakup to not burden Jason and went abroad to study. Jason was heartbroken for a long time then, and it was I who accompanied him out of the gloom. But now Christine is back, and as a patient, how could Jason not feel heartache? I'm fine. I still smiled. Christine is Jason's friend after all, it's only right for him to care if she's sick. Lydia looked at me, hesitating to speak. At that moment, there was a commotion at the venue entrance. I looked up and saw Jason supporting a slender, frail girl walking in. The girl was wearing a light blue dress, pale-faced and pitiable. It was Christine. Seeing this, the guests began whispering. Isn't that Jason's ex-girlfriend? Why is she here? Heard she's sick, Jason picked her up to attend the engagement banquet. This is too inappropriate, isn't it? What's inappropriate? They're friends. Monica immediately went up, inquiring about Christine's condition with concern far exceeding her attitude toward me, her prospective daughter-in-law. Christine, how are you? Is your body okay? Monica held Christine's hand. If I had known you were unwell, I would have let Jason accompany you more. Thank you for your concern, Auntie. I'm fine, just a bit dizzy. Christine said weakly, it's my fault for disturbing Sophia's engagement banquet. While apologizing, she innocently looked at me, her teary appearance making the men present feel heartache. It's okay, your health is important. I walked over and expressed concern. Christine seemed moved by my understanding, her eyes filling with tears. Sophia, you're so kind. I know I shouldn't have come, but Jason said you wouldn't mind. Of course I don't mind. I said with a smile, friends should care for each other. Jason looked at me, a flash of guilt in his eyes. Sophia, sorry for making you wait. It's okay, let's start. The engagement ceremony began. According to the procedure, Jason was to put the engagement ring on me. But the moment he opened the ring box, my heart completely chilled. It was a very ordinary diamond ring, the diamond pitifully small, barely sparkling under the lights. Just this? I couldn't help asking. Jason's face was somewhat embarrassed. Sophia, you know I've been tight on funds lately. Jason. Monica reminded from the side, this ring already cost $50,000, it's very expensive. $50,000. I recalled the Cartier watch worth $500,000 on Christine's wrist, which Jason had just given her yesterday as a recovery memorial gift. So in his heart, I wasn't even worth 1/10 of Christine. At that moment, my phone rang. Miss Sophia, this is Edward from Huashin Law Firm. Regarding your grandfather's inheritance, there are some details I need to confirm with you. I pressed the speaker button, and the lawyer's voice was particularly clear in the quiet venue. The total value of the assets left to you by your grandfather Mr. Su is approximately 120 billion yuan, including 80 billion in cash, 30 billion in stocks, and 10 billion in various real estates. According to the will, these assets are officially transferred to your name today. Additionally, 70% of the shares in the Su Group are also transferred to you, making you the controlling shareholder of the Su Group. The entire venue fell silent instantly. Everyone stared at me in stun, as if hearing a fairy tale. Jason's eyes widened, the ring in his hand nearly dropping. What Su Group? He stammered. I looked at him calmly. The Su Group that's ranked top 3 nationally, what's wrong? People in the venue looked at each other, no one daring to believe what they had heard. The Su Group was a top domestic business empire, involving real estate, finance, technology, and more, with annual revenue exceeding hundreds of billions. And now, the controlling shareholder of this group was Sophia, whom we saw as a Cinderella? Sophia, you're the heir to the Su Group? Jason's voice was trembling. Looking at his shocked expression, a surge of indescribable satisfaction rose in my heart. Grandfather passed away suddenly, the will was confidential, and I only learned yesterday. I said lightly. Monica's face changed instantly. She, who had been indifferent to me earlier, now wished to cling. Sophia, why didn't you say earlier? We didn't know you had such a profound background. What's there to say? I smiled faintly. Money is but external things. I've never thought there's anything worth boasting about. Christine's face turned pale. She clung tightly to Jason's arm, her pitiable appearance more evident than before. Brother Jason, should I not have come? My presence has troubled Sister Sophia. She said softly, tears in her eyes. Jason then came to his senses, quickly comforting her. It's fine, Christine, you're unwell, don't think too much. I watched this pair's performance coldly. At that moment, there was movement at the venue entrance again. A team of bodyguards in black suits entered, led by a steady-tempered middle-aged man. Miss Sophia. The man bowed respectfully to me. I am Victor, the general manager of the Su Group, here on the board's orders to pick you up. The venue buzzed again. Victor, the legendary general manager of the suit group, holds significant status in the business world. Meeting him is usually as hard as ascending to heaven, yet now he's personally coming to pick me up. General Manager Victor, thank you for your hard work. I stood and shook his hand. Victor glanced at the surroundings and frowned. Miss Sophia, the board hopes you can come to the company soon to take charge. There are several important acquisition cases needing your personal decision. Okay, I'll be there soon. I turned, looking at Jason still in shock. Jason, it seems our engagement ceremony has to end early. Jason then reacted, quickly saying, it's fine, company matters are important. His attitude was completely different from before, his eyes full of flattery and ingratiation. I glanced at the 50,000 yuan ring in his hand, then at the 500,000 yuan watch on Christine's wrist. This ring? I pointed to the ring box in his hand. Jason immediately tensed. Sophia, this ring is indeed a bit simple, how about we buy a new one? No need. I shook my head, I think it's fine, very suitable for this engagement. After saying that, I extended my hand for him to put the ring on. Jason sighed in relief, a flash of smugness in his eyes. But he didn't notice the deep chill in my gaze toward Christine. Jason, I want to talk to you privately. Christine suddenly spoke. Now? Jason hesitated. Just a few minutes, I have something to say to you. Christine's voice was low, but loud enough for those around to hear. Jason looked at me. Sophia, you. Go ahead. I said generously, it's normal for friends to have things to say. So Jason followed Christine to the corner of the venue. Although their voices were low, I still heard the key sentences. Brother Jason, I can't bear to part with you. Christine said, crying. Christine, don't be like this, Jason's voice struggled. I know I shouldn't have come back, but I really can't let go of you. These 3 years, I've missed you every moment. But I'm already engaged. Engagement isn't marriage, and besides. Christine paused. Sophia is so rich now, she won't really need your companionship. Girls like her surely don't lack men around. Listening to these words, anger burned in my heart. What was Christine implying? That I'd change heart because of money? That I'm unworthy of Jason's loyalty? More infuriatingly, Jason was listening seriously without refuting. At that moment, Victor approached me. Miss Sophia, I just received news that the Jiang Group is seeking new investors, their capital chain has issues. My eyes lit up. Oh? The Jiang Group? Yes, it's your fiancé's family company. Heard they owe the bank nearly 500 million, if no investor is found, they might face bankruptcy. Victor said in a low voice. I suddenly realized. No wonder Jason has been preoccupied lately, his attitude toward me increasingly perfunctory. It turns out the family company has problems. And now, knowing my true identity, he's surely thinking how to get help from me. I looked at Jason and Christine in the corner, already having a plan in mind. General Manager Victor, what's the investment value of the Jiang Group? Honestly, not great. Their business model is too conservative, market share declining yearly. If not for historical foundation, they'd have been eliminated long ago. Victor answered truthfully. Then what if we acquire the Jiang Group? Victor was stunned. Acquire? Miss Sophia, with the Jiang Group's current state, the acquisition price shouldn't be too high, but... But what? But after acquisition, the original management might need a major overhaul. I smiled. I understand that. At that moment, Jason and Christine finished their talk. When Jason walked back, his face was complicated. Sophia, Christine just told me she plans long-term treatment domestically and might need a place to stay. I think. Want her to stay in our new house? I took over. Jason looked at me surprised. How did you know? Because besides the new house, you have no other place to arrange for her. I said smiling. The new house was the one we prepared to move into after engagement, bought by Jason with a loan, said to be our love nest. Sophia, do you really not mind? A flash of excitement in Jason's eyes. Of course not. I agreed readily, but Jason, I have an idea to discuss with you. What idea? About the Jiang group. Jason's face changed instantly. How do you know about the company? I pointed to Victor. The Su Group's intelligence network is advanced. We monitor all business movements. Jason was silent for a while, then said, Sophia, I don't want to drag family matters into our relationship. But we're about to be husband and wife, your matters are mine. I said gently, I'm willing to help you. Jason's eyes brightened, you really willing to help? Of course. I nodded, but I have one condition. Jason tensed immediately, what condition? I glanced at Christine, then said to Jason, I hope you can clearly state in front of everyone, choose me or her. Jason was stunned, Sophia, what do you mean? Don't play dumb. My voice was calm, you know better than anyone Christine's real purpose for returning. And you're hesitating on how to choose, aren't you? I haven't hesitated, I choose you. Jason said quickly. Good. I nodded, in that case, let Christine move out of the new house. A married man living with his ex-girlfriend doesn't sound good if spread. Jason's face changed, but Christine is unwell, needs care. Then hire a caregiver. I said matter-of-factly, with Christine's conditions, hiring a professional caregiver should be no problem. Christine approached then, tears in her eyes, Sister Sophia, it's me causing trouble. I'll find another place to stay right away. Christine, your body just recovered, staying in a hotel is inconvenient. Jason quickly stopped her. Brother Jason, I'm fine. Christine held back tears, I can't affect your relationship with Sister Sophia. Her words made those around feel I was too aggressive. Miss Sophia is a bit stingy. Exactly, Christine is so sick, what's wrong with letting her stay a few days? Rich people are cold-blooded, no sympathy at all. Facing these discussions, I wasn't angry but smiled instead. Since everyone thinks I'm too stingy, I'll be generous. I turned to Christine, Miss Christine, don't you need a place to stay? How about I buy you a house? The venue fell silent again. Christine looked at me shocked, buy a house? Yes, buy a house. I took out my phone and dialed a number, hello, it's me, Sophia. I want to buy an apartment in the city center, with the best decoration, fully furnished, ready to move in immediately. No budget limit, handle all procedures this afternoon. After hanging up, I said to Christine, this should be fine, right? With your own house, you can recuperate peacefully. Christine's face became ugly. She originally wanted to stay at Jason's, so she could legitimately be with him day and night. But now I directly buy her a house, leaving her speechless. Sister Sophia, this is too valuable, I can't accept. Christine declined. It's okay, just consider it a gift to an old friend. I said smiling, Jason's friends are my friends. Jason looked at me, gratitude and love intensifying in his eyes. Sophia, thank you. He held my hand, I know you're a kind girl, Christine is lucky to have a friend like you. Looking at the sincerity in Jason's eyes, a bitterness surged in my heart. If only he could always treat me like this. Unfortunately, I knew this was just an illusion. At that moment, my phone rang again. Miss Sophia, the house matter is settled. A 180 square meter fully decorated apartment in the city center's Huading community, total price 15 million, procedures done this afternoon. 15 million. This number made everyone present gasp. Too expensive. Monica couldn't help saying, 15 million for a house, that's too luxurious. I looked at Monica, Auntie thinks it's expensive? But this is already cheap for the city center. Monica's face became ugly. The Jiang Group's total assets are only a few billion, 15 million is indeed a huge sum for them. Yet I lightly used it to gift, this gap deeply shocked her. Sophia, are you really spending so much to buy Christine a house? Jason asked somewhat distressed. What? You can't bear it? I countered. Not can't bear, but feel it's unnecessary. Jason quickly explained, Christine can stay in a hotel, no need to spend so much. I looked at him, sneering inwardly. Of course you can't bear it, because this money could have saved your family company. Jason, since you care so much about money, let's calculate the accounts. I suddenly said. What accounts? Jason puzzled. Calculate how much you've spent on Christine. I took out my phone. Yesterday's Cartier watch 500,000, the day before Chanel bag 150,000, 3 days ago's Tiffany necklace 300,000. 3 days, 950,000. These are. Jason tried to explain. Gifts for the patient, right? I interrupted, then me buying her a house is also a condolence gift, what's wrong with that? Jason was speechless. Christine's face became even uglier, she didn't expect me to know Jason's expenses so clearly. Sister Sophia, I can return those things to brother Jason. She said weakly. No need, gifts given can't be taken back. I waved, keep them peacefully. At that moment, Victor approached, whispering, Miss Sophia, the creditor bank of the Jiang Group called, they hope to discuss the acquisition of the Jiang Group with you. I nodded, then said to Jason, Jason, General Manager Victor just mentioned that the Suit Group might acquire the Jiang Group. Jason's face changed instantly, acquire? Yes, acquire. I looked at him seriously, this not only solves the Jiang Group's debt crisis but also allows better development. What do you think? Jason was silent for a long time, finally nodding. If it can really save the company, I'm willing to consider. Good. I smiled satisfied, but Jason, after acquisition, the management might need adjustment. Adjustment? Yes, to improve efficiency, some redundant positions might be eliminated. I looked at him, including the general manager position. Jason was stunned. You mean, make me leave? Not leave, change position. I said gently, for example, be my assistant? That way we can be together every day. Assistant? The future heir of the Jiang Group, becoming someone's assistant? This was undoubtedly a huge humiliation for Jason. But now, without my help, the Jiang Group would go bankrupt, and he'd get nothing. I need to think. Jason said difficultly. Of course, such an important decision needs careful consideration. I nodded understandingly, take your time, no rush. Christine suddenly spoke, Sister Sophia, isn't this too much? Everyone looked at her surprised. The pitiable Christine earlier now dared to question me? Too much? I raised an eyebrow, where does Miss Christine think I'm too much? Brother Jason is the heir to the Jiang Group, making him someone's assistant, isn't that humiliation? Christine's voice was agitated. I smiled, humiliation? Miss Christine, are you mistaken? If Jason doesn't want to be my assistant, he can refuse. I haven't forced him. But you're using his family company's difficulties to force him. Christine argued. Force? I looked at Jason, Jason, do you think I'm forcing you? Jason looked at Christine, then at me, finally shaking his head, no, Sophia is helping me. Christine looked incredulous, Brother Jason, how can you say that? Christine, stop talking. Jason stopped her, this is our family matter, don't interfere. Family matter. These two words struck Christine like lightning. She widened her eyes at Jason, as if not recognizing him. Christine's face turned deathly pale instantly, tears uncontrollable, falling in large drops. Brother Jason, you've changed. She choked, you weren't like this before. Jason frowned, Christine, don't make a fuss. I'm not. Christine suddenly raised her volume, I just can't understand why you've become like this. She pointed at me, voice trembling, is it because she has money, so you'll betray your heart? Brother Jason, do you remember what you said when we started dating? You said you despised those who change for money. You said you'd never become like that. But now? For her money, you don't even want your dignity. Christine's words made the atmosphere extremely awkward. Everyone could hear she was accusing Jason of betraying love for money. Jason's face turned ashen, Christine, enough. I haven't. Christine tears poured, brother Jason, I love the idealistic, ambitious, unyielding you, not this one who can abandon everything for money. If you've really become like that, I'd rather you never saved me. After saying this, Christine turned to leave. Jason watched her back, a strong impulse surging, almost chasing. But reason told him not to. Now, he needed my help. I watched this scene quietly, mixed feelings in my heart. Christine was right, Jason had changed. Before, though somewhat chauvinistic, he had principles and bottom lines. But now, for money, he'd abandon anything. Including our relationship. Jason, aren't you chasing her? I asked softly. Jason turned to me, eyes full of pain. Sophia, I know you still love her. I interrupted, since so, why not be brave and chase back your true love? Jason was stunned, what are you saying? I say, go chase Christine back. I looked at him seriously, don't wrong yourself for money. Jason's eyes brightened instantly but dimmed soon, but, the family company. I'll handle the company. I said faintly, consider a breakup fee. Breakup fee? Jason looked shocked, Sophia, you want to break up? Yes, I want to break up. I removed the 50,000 yuan ring from my finger, placed it on the table, this engagement ends here. The venue erupted. No one expected things to develop this way. Monica reacted first, rushing to stop, Sophia, don't be impulsive. Jason was just momentarily confused, he still loves you. Yes, Miss Sophia, young people having small conflicts is normal, no need to break up over this. Others also advised. I looked at them coldly, full of sarcasm in my heart. Earlier, before my identity was revealed, how did they discuss me? Now knowing I'm rich, they advise against breakup? Human hypocrisy is disgusting. My mind is made up. My voice firm, Jason, go chase Christine, don't let her go far. Jason stood, inner struggle intense. One side love, one side money. One side Christine, one side Jiang Group's future. Finally, he gritted his teeth, turned, and chased in Christine's departure direction. Watching his back, I smiled. Indeed, at the critical moment, he chose love. Unfortunately, this love was wrong from the start. Miss Sophia, are you really breaking up with young Master Jason? Victor approached, asking softly. Of course. I nodded, General Manager Victor, pause the Jiang Group acquisition. Pause? Victor puzzled. Yes, pause. A cold glint in my eyes, since Jason chose love, let him bear the consequences for love. I understand. Victor nodded, then the Jiang Group's debt. Not our concern. I said faintly, let the bank handle per normal procedures. Monica heard this, face turning pale. Miss Sophia, you can't do this. She knelt, Jason was just confused, be magnanimous, forgive him this time. If the Jiang Group goes bankrupt, our whole family will be on the streets. I looked down at kneeling Monica, recalling her previous humiliations. Auntie Monica, what are you doing? Get up. I pretended panic, reaching to help her. I won't. Monica hugged my leg, if you don't agree to help the Jiang Group, I won't get up. But Jason chose Christine, we're broken up, why should I help you? I said helplessly. Then reconcile with Jason. Monica thought quickly, I'll call Jason back to apologize. Auntie Monica, feelings can't be forced. I shook my head, Jason loves Christine, why should I be the third party? What to do? What to do? Monica cried bitterly, my son, how are you so confused? Looking at Monica like this, I had no sympathy. When she mocked me before, did she think of today? Miss Sophia. Lydia approached, for Jason, I apologize on his behalf. He's young and impetuous, did wrong, but... Sister Lydia, no need to plead for him. I interrupted, Jason and I have incompatible personalities, breakup is good for all. But the Jiang Group. I can't help with the Jiang Group. I looked at Lydia, but Sister Lydia, if you need a job, the Sue Group welcomes you anytime. Lydia was stunned, then shook her head bitterly. Thank you, Sophia. At that moment, commotion at the entrance again. Jason entered holding Christine. Christine cried, teary in his arms, her protected little woman look making men present heartache. Sophia, sorry. Jason approached, voice choking. I know this is unfair to you, but I really can't let go of Christine. I hope you understand. Looking at them, an indescribable feeling surged. Once, I hoped Jason would protect me like this. Unfortunately, he never did. I understand. I nodded. Since you love each other, of course I'll fulfill you. Thank you, Sophia. Jason looked grateful. You're really kind. Kind? I smiled. If I were kind, I wouldn't let you experience reality's cruelty. Jason, since you're together, some things I need to remind you. I said seriously, Christine has no job, no income, life will be hard. It's okay, I'll take care of her. Jason said without hesitation. Then what about the Jiang Group's debt? I asked, 500 million whole, what to fill it with? Jason's face changed. I'll think of ways. What ways? I pursued, sell house? Sell car? Or borrow usury? Jason was speechless. Christine spoke, Sister Sophia, are you doing this on purpose? On purpose what? I looked at her. Purposely saying these to strike brother Jason. Christine wiped tears. I know you're dissatisfied with Jason choosing me, but feelings can't be forced. You're right, feelings can't be forced. I nodded, so I bless you. Really? Christine somewhat disbelieving. Of course. I smiled, but blessing is blessing, reality must be faced. I looked at Jason. Jason, I have a suggestion. What suggestion? Jason asked tensely. Sell the Jiang Group to me. I said faintly, though we're broken up, for old acquaintances' sake, I'm willing to offer a fair price. Jason was stunned. Sell to you? Yes, to me. I nodded. This solves debt issues, and you get money for new life. How much? Jason probed. I thought, after deducting debts, about 20 million left. 20 million? Jason's face changed. Though in trouble, Jiang Group's assets are at least 3 to 4 billion. Me offering 20 million, what's the difference from robbery? Too little. Jason said angrily, Jiang Group is worth more. Then you don't have to sell. I shrugged, I'm not forcing to buy anyway. Jason was angered by my attitude. Sophia, you're too much. Too much? I raised eyebrow. Jason, you chose to break up, now blame me? You know our family situation, yet take advantage. Jason pointed, how can you be so vicious? Vicious? I laughed, happily. Yes, I am vicious. For those who betray me, I never show mercy. Looking at Jason's angry expression, a thrill surged in my heart. Now he finally shows his true face. Earlier grateful for my kindness, now calling me vicious. Men's face-changing speed is astonishing. Jason, that's not right. I kept calm. Business is like battlefield, it's mutual consent. I offer 20 million, you can accept or reject. But you can't call me vicious for low offer, that's unfair. Jason was blocked speechless. Christine stood out, Sister Sophia, this is really wrong. We're wrong. I looked at her. You know brother Jason is in difficulty, yet deliberately make it hard. Christine said indignantly, isn't this taking advantage of vulnerability? I nodded, you're right, I am taking advantage. Then why do it? Christine puzzled. Because that's business rules. I said naturally, survival of the fittest. Jiang Group poor management, in trouble, their own problem. Now someone willing to take over, already good. Christine was stunned. How can you be so cold-blooded? Cold-blooded? I smiled. Miss Christine, didn't you say feelings can't be forced? Business is the same, can't be forced. I willing to offer 20 million for Jiang Group, my freedom. Jason willing to sell or not, his freedom. Everyone free, we're cold-blooded. Christine speechless by my twisted logic. Jason trembling with anger. Sophia, remember, Jason even if bankrupt, won't sell to someone like you. Oh. I nodded, then good luck. Saying that, I turned to leave. Wait. Monica rushed, blocking my way. Miss Sophia, 20 million too little, can you add more? She begged. I looked at her, then Jason. Auntie Monica, not that I don't want to add, but Jiang Group isn't worth more. Look at financial reports, 3 years losses, heavy debts. Offering 20 million is already for old acquaintance with Jason. Monica heard, turned glaring at Jason, you prodigal. Good company ruined by you. Jason speechless for mother's scold. Indeed, Jiang Group's decline largely due to his poor management. These years, he put much energy on pursuing Christine, management increasingly lax. Now this end, self-inflicted. Miss Sophia, how about 30 million? Monica begged on, pity us elders. Auntie Monica, not that I don't want to help. I shook head, really, Jiang Group's value is there. Moreover, Jason said even bankrupt won't sell to me. So why bother? Monica glared at Jason, you bastard. Apologize to Miss Sophia now. Jason gritted teeth, face ashen. Apologizing to me? Utter humiliation for him. But now, without apology, Jiang Group really bankrupt. Brother Jason, for the company, apologize. Christine advised. Jason looked at mother's expectant eyes, Christine's worried expression, finally gritted, sorry. Voice almost inaudible. What? I didn't hear. I said deliberately. Sorry. Jason raised volume, face red. I accept the apology. I nodded, but Jason, apology doesn't solve practical problems. Still think clearly, sell or not. Jason silent long, finally nodded, I'll sell. Good. I smiled satisfied, then signed the contract. Victor stepped forward, taking out the prepared acquisition contract. Jason looked at terms, face uglier. Contract not only low price, terms extremely harsh. After acquisition, all Jiang Group employees resign, non-compliant directly dismissed. Moreover, original management not retained. These terms too much. Jason said angrily. Where too much? I countered, these are normal acquisition terms. See, employees resign to improve efficiency. Management not retained to introduce new ideas. All for company's future, what's too much? Jason blocked speechless. Indeed, from business angle, terms reasonable. But for him, means losing everything. Not just company, even job gone. Jason, if unwilling to sign, I won't force. I said faintly, worst, let bank handle, then your family gets less than 20 million. This left Jason no choice. He signed his name with trembling hand. Watching him sign, complex feeling surged. Once, I loved this man so deeply. But now, I'm destroying everything myself. Is this love? Or revenge? Contract signed. I put away, Jason, from today, Jiang Group belongs to Su Group. Jason looked, eyes full of resentment, Sophia, you'll die badly. I smiled, Jason, that's not right. I buy your company, save your family from fire and water, you don't thank me fine, but curse me? Save us? Jason sneered, you're humiliating us. Humiliating? I shook head, Jason, have self-awareness. What's your Jiang family situation now, no idea? If not me, you'd be bankrupt long ago. Now getting 20 million, already good. Jason stimulated trembling, almost rushing to hit me. Luckily Christine pulled him. Brother Jason, forget it, let's go. Christine advised. Yes, go. I nodded, but remember to move out of new house, that house now belongs to Su Group. Jason stunned, what do you mean? New house bought with Jiang Group funds, now Jiang Group mine, house of course mine. I said matter-of-factly. This is robbery. Jason pointed angrily. Robbery? I smiled. Jason, this is asset restructuring, understand? Company assets naturally include property, what's the problem? Jason completely despaired. Lost not just company, even place to live. Moreover, 20 million to repay other debts, finally little left. Go, Christine, let's go. Jason pulled Christine, left venue without looking back. Watching their backs, I had no sympathy. This is the price for betraying me. After Jason and Christine left, venue atmosphere extremely awkward. Lively engagement banquet now witness to business acquisition. Guests looked at each other, not knowing what to say. Monica slumped in chair, as if aged 10 years instantly. Miss Sophia. Lydia approached, voice complicated, doing this, isn't it too? Too what? I looked at her. Too ruthless. Lydia sighed, though Jason wrong, but what? I interrupted, Sister Lydia, how should I do? Watch Jason and Christine romantic, I silently bear all? Or generously bless them, continue as deceived fool? Lydia speechless. Indeed, if her, probably can't forgive. I understand your anger. Lydia finally said, but hatred changes people beyond recognition. Sophia, are you still that kind girl? Looking at Lydia, bitterness surged. Kind? I was indeed kind once. Kind to foolishly believe after deception. Kind to forgive knowing Jason had another. But what did kindness bring? Betrayal, humiliation. Since useless, why persist? Sister Lydia, kindness depends on whom. I said faintly, for betrayers, I won't be kind anymore. Lydia looked, eyes full worry. She seemed to want say, but didn't. Miss Sophia. Victor approached, acquisition procedures done, Jiang Group officially merged into Su Group today. Good. I nodded, right, General Manager Victor, how's Jiang Group employees? Most employees capable, can stay. Victor answered, but management needs adjustment. Then execute per plan. I said, keep capable, eliminate incapable. Understood. Victor nodded. At that moment, phone rang. Unknown number. Hello? Miss Sophia? It's Christine. Christine's voice. I raised eyebrow, Miss Christine, what's the matter? I want to meet and talk. Christine's voice urgent, about Jason. Sorry, Jason and I broke up, nothing to talk. I prepared to hang. Miss Sophia, please. Christine almost begged, just meet once, I have important to tell. I thought, finally agreed, okay, where? Royal Court Hotel Cafe. Christine said, I'm going now. After hanging, I to Victor, General Manager Victor, go back handle Jiang Group, I'll be there soon. Okay, Miss Sophia. After Victor left, I went to Hotel Cafe. Christine waiting. Unlike pitiable at venue, now she looked haggard, eyes bloodshot. Miss Sophia, thank you for meeting. Christine stood, bowed. Sit. I sat opposite, speak, what to talk? Christine bit lip, I beg you let Jason go. Let go? I smiled, Miss Christine, funny. Where haven't I let Jason go? You know Jiang Group worth more than 20 million, yet suppressed price. Christine stared, isn't this revenge? This is business. I said faintly, if Miss Christine doesn't understand business, I can explain. When company in debt crisis, actual value shrinks greatly. Jiang Group debts 5 billion, assets 3 billion, net negative. Willing to acquire for 20 million, already face saving. Christine speechless. She indeed doesn't understand business, not the intricacies. But she feels I'm doing for revenge. Miss Sophia, I know you hate Jason choosing me. Christine suddenly, but vent anger on me, don't implicate innocence. Innocent? I raised eyebrow. Where is Jason innocent? He betrayed our relationship, isn't that his fault? It's my fault. Christine suddenly, if I hadn't returned, brother Jason wouldn't be distracted. If I could be ruthless, make him forget me completely, today wouldn't happen. So all my fault, unrelated to brother Jason. Looking at Christine, complex emotions surged. Have to admit, she really loves Jason. To protect, willing to bear all responsibility. Miss Christine, you love Jason much, I can see. I said. Christine nodded, I love him more than myself. Then I ask a question. Looking at her, do you think love can be eaten as food? Christine stunned, what mean? I mean, you and Jason penniless now, no place to live. I analyzed calmly, how plan to live? Rely on love? Christine's face changed, we can work earn money. Work? I smiled, Jason besides managing company, what else? And you, fresh returnee student, what high-pay job? Even if both find work, how much per month? Enough for debts? Medical? House, car? Christine speechless from questions. She hadn't thought realities. In imagination, together with Jason, overcome all. But now, cruel reality, she realizes too simple. Miss Sophia, what you want say? Christine trembling asked. I say, love beautiful, but reality cruel. I looked seriously, love without economic base won't last. You think Jason loves you now, but when quarrel over daily necessities, run around for debts, can love keep initial beauty? Tears in Christine's eyes, no, brother Jason not like that. Is it? I sneered, then why Jason engage me? Because. Christine wanted answer, but couldn't. Because my family rich, right? I said for her. Jason chose me, not love, but interests. Now chooses you, not true love, but impulse. When impulse passes, reality pressure comes, will he persist? Christine hit vital, whole trembling. She wanted refute, but no reason. Because facts. Jason realistic, every choice calculated interests. Chose me initially, because benefits. Now Christine, thought both ways. But now, discovering choosing Christine means losing all, will he persist? I give suggestion. Looking at Christine, voice light, leave Jason. Christine lifted head sharply, incredulous, what? I say, leave Jason. I repeated, for your good, his good. Why? Christine voice trembling, are you making difficult? Not difficult, suggestion. I said faintly, Miss Christine, do you really know Jason? Christine frowned, of course I know. Then Jason's biggest flaw? Christine thought, perhaps a bit chauvinistic. I shook head, not chauvinism, selfishness. Jason seems affectionate, actually only loves himself. You broke up because your family trouble, you didn't want burden him. But thought, if Jason really loved, how let you bear alone? Christine stunned, he didn't want pressure me. No pressure? I sneered, Miss Christine, you're really understanding. Jason not face difficulties with you, let you leave alone, is this love? If me, in difficulty, I hope my man fights side by side, not watch me leave. Christine's face pale. She never considered this angle. Break up then, thought for Jason's good, he for hers. But now hearing, suddenly realizes, perhaps not as imagined. Now same. I continued, Jason chooses you, seems for love, actually for what? To prove affection? Satisfy hero complex? But thought consequences? Your future? No job, no income, no place to live. Such life, how long persist? Christine speechless. She hadn't thought realities. Imagination, love conquers all. But now, doubts if correct. Miss Sophia, what should I do? Christine asked softly. Simple. Looking at her, leave Jason, start own life anew. You're young, educated, capable, can create good future yourself. Why bind to unworthy man? Christine shook head. Can't, I love him. Love him? I smiled. Miss Christine, love Jason the person, or in your mind? Christine stunned. What mean? Mean, you love perhaps illusion. I explained, 3 years ago Jason, and now, not same person. People change, love too. What you persist now, just attachment to past. Christine silent long, tears falling. Wanted refute, but no reason. Facts. Jason changed, realistic, selfish. She loves past Jason. Even illusion, I willing persist. Christine finally, because that's my youth's best memory. Looking at her, indescribable feeling. This girl really persistent. For deteriorated love, willing pay all. Persistence both moving and pitiful. Miss Christine, persistence not wrong. I said, but persist wrong person, waste life. Give you another choice. Christine looked up, what choice? Come work at Sue Group. I said seriously, with your education ability, can handle executive position. Annual salary million, plus equity incentives. Such conditions enough for decent life in city. Christine shocked, why do this? Because admire your character. I truthfully, though rivals, admit you're good girl. Rather than suffer with Jason, give better choice. Christine silent long, finally shook head, thank your kindness, but can't accept. Why? Because unfair to brother Jason. Christine said, if accept, what meaning our relationship? Looking at Christine, helplessness surged. This girl really too silly. For unworthy man, refuse life-changing chance. Since so, won't force. I stood, Miss Christine, good luck. Miss Sophia, wait. Christine suddenly called, I have request. What? Can give brother Jason job? Christine begged, no high position, ordinary employee fine. Looking at Christine, complex emotions. This girl thinks too much for Jason. But does Jason deserve such payment? Miss Christine, can give Jason job. I finally, but condition. What? Christine tense asked. He must start from bottom, no special treatment. I said seriously, and salary only 5,000 month. 5,000? Christine face changed. In this city, 5,000 hard for basic life, let alone debts. Miss Sophia, can. Christine wanted bargain. This already max concession. I interrupted, 5,000, take or leave. Christine bit tooth, finally nodded, okay, I accept for brother Jason. Then settled. I turned to leave. Miss Sophia. Christine called again, why do this? I stopped, looked back, what mean? You clearly hate brother Jason, why give job? Christine puzzled. I thought, finally, because want see, when life burden presses, how long he persist. Also see, when you run for survival, can love keep initial beauty? Christine heard, face ashen. She finally understood my intent. Not helping, but setting crueler test. Test of love and reality. Miss Sophia, you're really cruel. Christine softly. Cruel? I smiled, Miss Christine, this not cruel, this reality. If your relationship unbreakable, this difficulty what? If can't withstand test, means not worth having. Saying that, I left cafe without looking back. Behind, Christine suppressed sobs. I didn't turn. Some roads must walk self. Some pains bear self. I gave choice, she chose this path. After leaving cafe, I went directly to Sue Group headquarters. This 50-story building now officially mine. Entering hall, employees nodded respect. Hello Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia. I nodded responding greetings, unprecedented feeling surged. Is this taste of power? Miss Sophia. Victor waiting at elevator, Jiang Group acquisition all complete, employee placement ongoing. Very good. I nodded, how many employees willing stay? About 80%. Victor answered, remaining 20, mainly old employees, not adapting new management. I nodded understanding. Middle age, hard accept change. Right, General Manager Victor, I have request. Recalling cafe talk. Speak. Jason report tomorrow, arrange ordinary employee position. Victor stunned, Jason? Former Jiang Group GM? Yes. I nodded, but no special treatment, treat as ordinary. Salary 5,000 month. Victor puzzled, Miss Sophia, is this too much? I took over. Not too much, afraid he not adapt. Victor explained, after all former GM, now ordinary, psychological gap big. I smiled, General Manager Victor, adapt or not his matter, we just follow rules. Understood. Victor nodded. Arriving GM office, I sat in huge boss chair, looking city view. Once, ordinary girl in city, could abandon all for love. Now, controller of city business empire, can decide many fates. Including Jason's. Miss Sophia. Secretary knocked, several reporters want interview, about acquiring Jiang Group. Let them in. I tidied appearance. Soon, reporters entered. Miss Sophia, why acquire Jiang Group? First reporter asked. Business considerations. I answered faintly, Jiang Group though in trouble, deep foundation, great potential. Rumors say you have personal grudge with former Jiang GM Jason, acquisition for revenge, your view? Another asked. I smiled, reporter friends, business like battlefield, about interests, not personal affections. If every decision considers personal feelings, I couldn't operate Sue Group to today's scale. Then Jason's position in new company? Third pursued. Mr. Jason capable, will give suitable position. I answered diplomatically. Reporters obviously unsatisfied, but I revealed no more. After interview, I continued company affairs. Acquiring Jiang just start, integrating two companies real challenge. While focused work, secretary knocked again. Miss Sophia, Mr. Jason here, wants see you. I checked time, only 3 p.m. Let him in. Soon, Jason entered. Unlike morning's high spirits, now looked disheveled. Sophia, here to talk. Jason direct. Talk what? I didn't lift head, continued files. About job. Jason sat opposite, heard from Christine, willing give me job? Yes. I nodded, 5,000 month, ordinary position, any problem? Jason's face ugly, Sophia, humiliating me. Humiliating? I finally looked up, Jason, do you still qualify for humiliation? What's your status now? Unemployed vagrant. Willing give job, already merciful. What more? GM position? Jason speechless. Indeed, his situation, having job good. But from GM to ordinary, gap too big. Sophia, for our past love, can you? Love? I interrupted, Jason, sure we loved? Jason stunned, what mean? Mean, perhaps from start, you approached with ulterior motive. I looked coldly, because knew my family rich. No. Jason refuted agitated, when approached, didn't know your identity. Is it? I smiled, then why choose engage me? Jason opened mouth, but couldn't speak. Because fact. He chose engagement, indeed for my family background. Though didn't know Suer then, knew family rich. Seems you admit. I nodded satisfied, so no feelings between us. Now relation, just boss and employee. Jason looked, eyes pain, Sophia, how became so cold-blooded? Cold-blooded? I smiled, Jason, you taught me. If no betrayal, no choose Christine, I'd still be that silly girl. But now, don't want be silly anymore. Jason silent long, finally nodded, okay, accept job. Good. I picked contract, handed, labor contract, sign. Jason looked terms, face uglier. Not only low salary, work harsh. Plus constraints, slight mistake dismissed. These terms. Jason wanted protest. What? Unsatisfied? I raised eyebrow, unsatisfied don't sign. Door there, no see off. Jason bit, finally signed. Good. I put away, Jason, report 8 a.m. sharp tomorrow. Late, deduct per rules. Jason nodded, turned to leave. Wait. I called. What else? Jason turned asked. Nothing big, just remind. I smiled, now you're my employee, remember call me president. Jason's face ashen. Calling ex-president? Utter humiliation. But no choice. Understood, president. Jason gritted out. Good, see tomorrow. After Jason left, Eileen chair, complex feeling. Revenge thrill exciting. But also indescribable emptiness. Is this wanted result? Watching former lover bow before me? Don't know. Only know, game just started. Next day 8 a.m., I arrived on time. Entering office, secretary reported, Sophia, Mr. Jason arrived, handling onboarding at HR. Let HR standard process. I said faintly, no special treatment. Understood. After daily affairs, suddenly thought. Right, Jason assigned which department? Marketing, responsible for business runs. Secretary answered. Run business? I smiled. Jason, spoiled young master, run business? Picture interesting. Arrange, go see marketing. Okay, Sophia. Arriving marketing, saw Jason learning work from manager. Wearing cheap suit, contrast with energetic employees around. Sophia here. Employee saw, stood greet. Others rose, including Jason. Continue work, ignore me. I waved, just see how new employee adapting. Marketing manager welcomed, Sophia, Mr. Jason experienced, believe adapt rhythm soon. Good. I nodded, then to Jason, Mr. Jason, any unclear ask. In our company, new employees start from basics. Jason gritted nodded, understand, Sophia. Good. I smiled satisfied, then won't disturb work. As preparing leave, manager suddenly, Sophia, Mr. Jason's first task assigned. What task? I curious asked. Go South City building materials market run clients. Manager answered, there few small companies, possible cooperation. South City materials market? I know place, dirty chaotic, mixed. Letting former GM Jason run there, indeed dramatic. Good, new employee should run more, accumulate experience. I nodded, Mr. Jason, good luck. Jason looked, eyes resentment, but nodded, I'll try, Sophia. After leaving marketing, good mood. Seeing Jason tormented by life, indescribable pleasure. But pleasure not last long. 3 p.m., secretary knocked, Sophia, Miss Christine see you. What she here again? I frowned. Says important talk. Let in. Christine entered, looked more haggard than yesterday. Sophia, thank save brother Jason today. She bowed thank entering. No need, he deserves. I faintly, as long work well, company won't mistreat. Christine bit lip, Sophia, beg favor. What? Can let brother Jason change department? Christine softly, marketing too hard, his body not good. I smiled, Miss Christine, funny. Marketing core department, working there many dream. Moreover, Jason former management, should know market well. How in your mouth, become hard work? Christine speechless. Indeed no reason request change. Sophia, no request unreasonable. Christine suddenly knelt, but beg for Jason never wronged you, give easier job. Never wronged me? I laughed angrily. Miss Christine, interesting. I looked coldly at kneeling Christine, Jason never wronged me? Then why break up? Personality mismatch? Christine face pale. Wanted refute, but couldn't. Jason did wrong me, thoroughly. Get up. I sighed, kneeling on ground. What look? Christine stood, tears in eyes. Miss Christine, repeat, Jason now my employee, treat per company rules. I seriously won't give small shoes for grudge, nor special for please. This fair to all. Christine looked, eyes despair. Knew I won't change mind. Sophia, then ask, when brother Jason promote? Christine last asked. Promote? I raised eyebrow, Miss Christine, promotion-based performance. If Jason outstanding, naturally opportunity. If average, only ordinary. Fair, isn't it? Christine nodded, turned left. Watching back, complex emotions. This girl really loves Jason. For Jason, drop dignity, plead to rival. But Jason deserves such love? At that moment, phone rang. Marketing manager. Sophia, Mr. Jason issue at South Materials Market. My heart tightened, what issue? Conflict with client, now surrounded. Manager tense, sent people handle. I checked time, only 4 p.m. Jason to South only hour, trouble? I'll go now. I stood took bag. Sophia, no need personally, we can. No, I go see myself. Leaving office, drove directly to South Materials Market. On way, thinking what trouble Jason. Though revenging, don't want real accident. After all, want him live in pain, not die. Arriving market, saw crowd surrounding, Jason trapped middle. Suit torn, face bloodied. What happened? I went over. Seeing me, crowd parted. Sophia, why here? Marketing colleague surprised asked. Heard Jason trouble, come see. I to Jason, you okay? Jason saw me, complex flash eyes. Fine. He low. What exactly? I to colleague. Like this, Sophia. Colleague explained, Mr. Jason went talk cooperation, resulted misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? Kerr thought Mr. Jason extort, called people surround attack. I frowned, looked at fleshy-faced middle-aged in crowd. You Kerr? Kerr saw me, stunned, then leered. Beauty, who you? I'm Sue Group GM, Sophia. I coldly. Hearing Sue Group, Kerr face changed. Sue Group city behemoth, small boss dare not provoke. Sophia, misunderstanding, all. Kerr immediately smiled apologetically. What misunderstanding? I pressed, daylight surround attack our employee, call misunderstanding? Kerr panicked, Sophia, didn't know he's your employee. No now? No, no. Kerr nodded repeatedly. I looked Jason, then crowd. Kerr, how solved today? I apologize him. Kerr trembling. Apologize? I sneered, just that? Kerr didn't know what I want, stood shaking. Like this. I thought, our company has project needs material supplier, interested? Kerr eyes bright, yes, of course. Good. I nodded, specifics, talk with Mr. Jason. He's project leader. Kerr turned to Jason, attitude 180 turn. Mr. Jason, earlier misunderstanding, don't take heart. About cooperation, you say how talk. Jason looked me, eyes complex. Didn't expect, in this situation, I'd help. On way back company, Jason and passenger, silent. Car atmosphere. Today's matter, any thoughts? I broke silence. Jason glanced, why help me? Because you're my employee. I calm, protect employee interests, company responsibility. Just that? Jason obviously not believe. Just that. I nodded, Jason, don't overthink. Help you, not old feelings, but current status. Jason silent. After while, Sophia, can we talk properly? Talk what? About us. Jason turned looking, no wronged you, want apologize. I smiled, apologize? Jason, think one apology solves all? No can't. Jason voice hoarse, but want you know, really regret. Regret? I sneered, regret what? Choosing Christine? Or losing my money? Jason stung, Sophia, how think me like that? Because fact. Looking road ahead, Jason, if I still ordinary girl, would regret. Jason wanted refute, but couldn't. Fact. If no money, indeed no regret. Seems admit. I nodded satisfied, so nothing to talk between us. Car soon company downstairs. Get off. I said. Jason off, then from window, Sophia, no matter think me, want say, thank help today. I glanced, no answer, drove away. Back home, sat sofa, recalling today. Seeing Jason surrounded, first reaction worry. Why? Still feelings? No, impossible. Just don't want revenge plan end by accident. Want watch Jason struggle pain, not hurt by others. At that moment, doorbell. Through peephole, Christine. How no address? Sophia, Christine, can open let in? Christine outside. Hesitated, finally opened. Christine in, bowed, Sophia, thanks save brother Jason today. How no? I curious. Brother Jason told. Christine said if not you timely, consequences unimaginable. I sat sofa, here just thank? Not just. Christine followed, want talk. Talk what again? I impatient. Want ask question. Christine serious looked, you still love brother Jason? Question stunned me. Do I? Don't know. Perhaps once, but now, unsure. Important? I countered. Very. Christine nodded, because if you love, I willing withdraw. Looking Christine, complex surged. This girl remarkable. For Jason happiness, abandon own love. Miss Christine, why think I love Jason? I asked. Because went saved today. Christine, if really hate, wouldn't care life death. Went save, just employee. I explained. Really just that? Christine pursued. I silent. Indeed, unsure true reason saved Jason. Miss Christine, feelings complex. I finally, not simple love or not. Perhaps still feelings for Jason, but deteriorated. Now me, more want see him suffer. Christine heard, tears surged. Sophia, can let him go? She choked, please. Let go? I smiled, Miss Christine, where haven't let go? Gave job, income, not enough? But make him do hardest work, lowest pay. Christine, what's difference from torture? Torture? I stood, to window, Miss Christine, not torture, called life. Don't ordinary people live like this? Daily hard work, meager salary. Jason now just experiencing ordinary life, what's wrong? Christine wordless. Indeed, Jason's life now good for ordinary. Sophia, beg give me chance. Christine sudden. What? Let me bear all instead brother Jason. Christine serious, if revenge, on me. I turned looking, sure. Sure. Christine firm nod, all started because me, willing bear consequences. Looking Christine serious, indescribable feeling. This girl makes me see anew. Miss Christine, you're brave. I said, but such exchange meaningless. Why? Christine puzzled. Because revenge on Jason, not you. I explained, let you suffer, for Jason greater torture. You willing bear all for him, but he willing watch you suffer? Christine stunned. Hadn't thought. If she substitute, Jason more painful. Seems understood. I nodded satisfied, so, let Jason bear himself. Sophia, really cruel. Christine softly. Cruel? I smiled. Miss Christine, world originally cruel. Survival fittest. Jason experiencing, just small part world cruelty. Christine heard, whole trembling. Finally understood, I'm completely different from imagined Sophia. Now me, cold, rational, merciless. I should go. Christine stood. Sophia, anyway, thanks save brother Jason today. I nodded, now see off. After Christine left, I continued window, looking night view. Today's events, rethink many. Do I have feelings for Jason? If no, why save? If yes, why torture? Perhaps, love-hate intertwined. Loved, so hate. Hated, so love more. But such feelings meaningful? Don't know. Only know, game continue. Until find answer.